Wow, is everything crazy right now? I am so tired, and I know that I should probably cut off the internet and looking things up and watching the news and that stuff I should probably do, but I don't know how much work or how much is actually going to help right now. Looking at all the things going crazy in the world right now and seeing them from a survivor aspect is so much different than looking at it from somebody that hasn't lived through what so many of these people live through. And it's very overwhelming for myself, so I'm sure it's very overwhelming for a lot of survivors that we can sit here and imagine what those people have lived through and what they're going through now, and just seeing our justice system not doing anything is just an even bigger scale of what we had to deal with, what so many survivors have to deal with. Not only going through the event that happened, but then going through the backlash that comes afterwards where you're not believed, or God forbid the story is even turned around and you're then looked at as the bad person. It's very hard as somebody that can remember so much of the abuse that happened when I was a child and understanding what these children are living through right now and just completely being ignored. And it's very upsetting. It's very hard not to get hopeless right now. It's very hard not to say, how much more can we beat people in the head with this knowledge, and they just don't want to look at it. They just don't want to look at it. I started speaking out over 3 years ago now. And the reason why I started sharing my story and started sharing the path that I've been taking in healing is trying to get people to understand not only what the children that so many people are turning a blind eye to, especially that are blowing up right now, and it still seems like people are turning a blind eye to it. Not only that part, but what it's like to live in our heads afterwards for years and years and years, and some people our entire fucking lives, and what it can take to finally heal, what it can take to feel like you're normal again, to not even normal, that's the wrong word to say, just feel like you're not only surviving every fucking day. I was 40 years old before I realized that I wasn't absolutely insane and decided and needed to be in an insane asylum. Like, just the way that these things cause and effect, just how can you take a child, put them through hell, not give them any kind of resources, not give them any help, no support, nothing? How do you expect them to grow up to be a normal part of society? How do you expect them to be someone that's going to be able to do anything other than try to survive every freaking moment? I don't understand why people are not understanding why our world is turning into what it is, and now is zeroing in and showing just how much of a problem we have, and people are still ignoring it, but then still complaining about how bad it is. Still downgrading the people that are homeless, still downgrading people that have addiction issues, still downgrading people that are not dealing with their shit exactly like you are. I don't understand how many more people need to come out with different parts of stories, with different truths, with different opinions, with different viewpoints, and everyone's just so stuck in their own little fantasy bubbles, complaining that they don't want to listen. There's a lot of bitching going on and not a lot of listening going on. And it's very irritating as somebody that simply wants to improve the lives of our children and therefore improve every single person's future. Do we not understand our future is in our children? Not only in your children, though, they're in every child. You can't just pay attention to your own child and say, that's enough. You know how many children are just being completely dropped? I'm getting myself worked up. So I have kind of been quietly watching and getting more and more and more angry. And it's not even only me that's just getting angry. It's that 3-year-old child of me that I can still close my eyes, focus on, and go right back to the exact moment that she was first stripped of innocence. That little child is saying, there are more out there just like me. Why are we not doing anything? I have so many people that come to me and tell me how inspired they are with my story and how they never knew. But, there are a lot of people that follow me that have known me for a very long time. They know exactly what it is to be unhealthy because of your mental war. They've watched me do it for many years. I was very good at trying to hide it, but you can only hold that stuff back for so long before it comes crashing in as a flood and you have no option other than to fall on your face. People have witnessed me doing it my entire life. People are witnessing all these other survivors doing it. And it's like so many people just are like, not my problem. When is this going to become everybody's freaking problem? When is this going to become everyone's problem? Ignorance is no longer an excuse. Ignorance is not bliss. Look at what all of this ignorance from generations has come to. It's coming to a head, guys. There's no more looking the other way. We need to do something to help our kids. How can other people sleep? I lay down at night and I just get all these replays of all these children that I've met in my life, not even met. I go to a grocery store and see all these children and they replay in my mind at night saying, okay, that child deserves better. That child deserves a future that they don't have to worry about all this shit. How is that not more common now? I'm just amazed. I'm really amazed. And I'm getting more and more and more and more angry. So, I don't know. People can ignore us survivors as much as you want, but the more one of us speak out, the more two of us are going to speak out, the more three of us are going to speak out, and soon enough, you guys are not going to be able to ignore us anymore. There's going to be too much of us getting angry and demanding that something changes. As somebody that knows what it is to be one of those children suffering and not a single freaking person giving a shit, I cannot be one of those adults. I refuse to be one of those adults. Let's do something different, guys. I'm usually very positive and I still do have hope. I just am frustrated with how long it is taking people to acknowledge the things that so many of us are saying. It's bothering me that it seems people are purposely looking away at this point. It's too much for them to handle. Imagine living through it. Look at one of these small children that you actually care about. Imagine them going through some of the stories that even I've spoken about. Just imagine that. What are you going to do to stop it? I'm sick of hearing how people are saying that there's nothing we can do. That's just a freaking excuse. Look through our history. Humans have proven what we can do time and time and time again if we let go of this stupid, petty crap. The children are supposed to be our line, guys. Like, you don't screw with the kids. That's supposed to be the line that's drawn. Why is that not still working? Why is that not a thing? Well, obviously, when was it ever a thing, June? Yeah. Okay. I might be in the wrong headspace to be recording today, so I think I'm going to stop for now. But maybe it's time that it's okay that I'm angry, and it's okay that I say the things that I'm saying, because the soft way that we're trying to get you people to understand doesn't seem to be working. It doesn't seem to be clicking in the mind how much of a problem this is, how much it affects every single person. If the negativity can go as fast and as wide and spread as much as it is, I gotta keep saying that the hope can, the positive stuff's gonna happen. People are going to start showing that they actually can put their action to their words. That's what I keep telling myself.